people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir?
It all started with a video. Meghan Markle, ever the image strategist, decided to drop a pregnancy announcement that looked more like a TikTok performance than a heartfelt reveal. She wore a hospital gown, danced to a beat, and cradled a baby bump that, to many, looked suspiciously like a prop. The internet didn't respond with applause. It responded with confusion, mockery, and, most notably, silence from the very industry she was trying to impress. A-list studios, Hollywood influencers, and even former allies watched the video and chose not to engage.
Quote, as a black woman, it's been infuriating to watch how Meghan has been treated, not just because racism hurts, but also because there was the sense that we weren't allowed to even enjoy the fairy tale. The prince in this story didn't slay dragons. He instead had to take on British tabloids in a society where class supposedly trumps race, even as racism clearly remains an issue.
But one creative team couldn't resist the spectacle, and that's when South Park stepped in. What began as an awkward viral moment has now become the center of an all-out satirical takedown, backed by some of the sharpest voices in modern comedy. When you post something like that, you expect headlines, attention, maybe even a trending hashtag. But Meghan's video didn't go viral in the way she hoped. Within hours, the mood shifted. Social media buzzed with memes, side eyes, and raised eyebrows. And quietly, almost too quietly, Hollywood began to back away. Sources say production meetings were canceled. Follow-ups with networks like A24 stalled out. Paramount, which once saw Meghan as a potential content partner, allegedly scrubbed her from upcoming plans.
It has been several months now since our beloved queen has died. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the prince and his wife. We want privacy! We want privacy!
Insiders whispered that the video wasn't just strange. It was seen as self-indulgent, tone-deaf, and damaging to any serious narrative she was trying to build. In a city built on image, Meghan's latest move had detonated her own brand. And right when her footing was already shaky, South Park saw the perfect moment to pounce. If there's one thing South Park does better than anyone, it's find the soft spots in pop culture and jab until they bruise. Trey Parker and Matt Stone had already taken a swing at Meghan and Harry with their worldwide privacy tour episode, which was so brutal, so eerily accurate, it made international headlines. But instead of retreating after that blow, Meghan handed them more ammunition on a silver platter. The upcoming DEI special is shaping up to be one of their boldest yet.
Look at this town. There's just something about it. Oh, darling, I think this might be the place. You really think so? It's so quiet and empty here. If we moved here, then people would think we're really serious about wanting to be normal.
And according to multiple insiders, the Respect Our Pregnancy skit is the crown jewel. The concept? A full-on parody of Meghan's hospital video, complete with a South Park-style Meghan character in full glam mode, dancing and twirling in a hospital room like she's on a music video set. It's cartoonish, it's exaggerated, and it's devastatingly on point. But this isn't just slapstick. South Park's hospital parody is meticulously layered, a mockumentary-style behind-the-scenes setup where the South Park boys aren't just bystanders. They're the crew. Cartman reprises his Cartman Kennedy character, a ruthless parody of Kathleen Kennedy, complete with a director's headset and zero chill. He's yelling, demanding more empowered energy, staging multiple takes of Meghan's dance as if it's the finale of a feminist Broadway show.
Because we live in a world where people are judged. Even though she identifies as being biracial, she is still being viewed as a black woman and being treated as a black woman. I read the British tabloids often, and I go and you see thousands of comments, and some of them extremely vile.
Stan and Kyle fumble with lights and audio, clearly overwhelmed and underqualified. The Meghan character, meanwhile, keeps adjusting her fake baby bump, striking poses like she's auditioning for a commercial. It's absurd, uncomfortable, and almost too close to reality. By pushing the parody this far, South Park isn't just mocking Meghan. They're dissecting how performative public image has become. And they're not done. As production ramped up, word of the skit made its way back to Meghan. According to multiple sources, she was livid. Legal advisors were reportedly activated. Emails flew. Paramount was contacted. South Park Studios got warnings, not requests, demanding the parody be pulled. But here's the thing. South Park isn't just any show. It has a legal team that lives for this kind of conflict.
My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy! And you know what else? To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife! We want privacy! We want privacy! We want privacy!
Parody is legally protected under fair use, and Trey and Matt know that line better than anyone. They've gone after political figures, religious leaders, celebrities, and they've survived every backlash. Meghan's anger didn't slow them down. In fact, it fueled the fire. Rather than caving, Paramount allegedly began ramping up promotional discussions, seeing the controversy not as a threat, but as an opportunity. Here's where things get even more layered. The DEI special isn't just a hit job on Meghan Markle. She's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. South Park's satire expands far beyond royal gossip. According to insiders, the special will take aim at a wide array of cultural figures, from Elon Musk to Diddy to Netflix executives, all presented as hyper-virtuous, hypersensitive caricatures obsessed with optics.
24 hours after making their announcement, Meghan returned to Canada, where her son Archie currently is, and Harry is in London meeting with his father and brother about this unprecedented request. Lisa France is here.
The message is clear. It's not just about the people, it's about the machine. Meghan's skit is simply the most visible, but she's standing in for an entire culture of curated identities, weaponized vulnerability, and virtue as performance art. In that context, her video wasn't just mock-worthy. It was necessary satire bait. The skit doesn't just end with Meghan dancing in a hospital room. It ends with a parody of the very thing she was trying to manufacture: viral authenticity. South Park's final punch? A fake pregnancy trailer. Edited like a cinematic masterpiece, the segment shows dramatic music, slow-mo tears, shaky handheld footage, and captions that read, "Raw, real, revolutionary." Hashtags like royal realness, bump goals, and empowerment, unfiltered, flash across the screen. And none of it is real.
The British media are really a part of trying to keep the status quo, and any outsider that comes in is going to be criticised. Kate Middleton was criticised, but not to the extent that Meghan Markle has been criticised. There's nothing, no matter how much good work that she has done, that she has not had to deal with negative headlines about.
That's the gag. The pillow bump, the fake tears, the blooper reel. It's all stitched together for maximum emotional manipulation. And the most brutal part? It works. The crowd inside the skit applauds. The parody shows exactly how easy it is to fool an audience hungry for meaning. Meghan's video becomes a metaphor for the entire influencer economy, where even the most intimate human experiences can be scripted, staged, and sold. So how does Meghan respond to all this? That's the million-dollar question. Behind the scenes, sources say she's weighing a few options. Some are pushing for a public statement, maybe a sit-down interview, or a written op-ed, where she could talk about how women in media are unfairly portrayed, especially during pregnancy. Others warn that going public will only make things worse. South Park thrives on backlash. If she speaks up, they'll parody the response next.
American Riviera Orchard, all of these other sort of projects that have come and gone. And in that, she's already sort of subtly moving on. She said, this was great, but, maybe there's talk of a second season. She's sort of retroactively making it seem like it was always going to be a one-off, and that wasn't true.
No.
If she cries foul, they'll write her tears into the next skit. She's caught in a no-win situation. Defend herself and feed the machine. Or stay quiet and let the mockery stand unchallenged. But if history has shown us anything, it's that Meghan doesn't like staying silent, even when silence is the smarter strategy. This isn't just a roast of Meghan Markle. This is a takedown of the culture she represents. South Park's DEI special isn't attacking a woman. It's attacking a system. The obsession with optics, the packaging of pain, the way digital fame has become less about truth and more about narrative control. Meghan's video, whether intentional or not, became a symbol of that culture. And South Park is using it to peel back the layers of artificial sincerity that dominate modern celebrity. Whether Meghan fights back or disappears for a while, the damage is done. The parody is filmed. The segment is locked. And come August, millions will be watching not just to laugh, but to reflect on what we consume, why we believe it, and how easily the line between authenticity and performance can blur. Meghan wanted a viral moment. She got one, just not the kind she was hoping for.